Platinum Bridge.
Hello everyone, today I'll be going through with you on what to focus on as a new player in Honkai Impact 3rd. Honkai Impact 3rd has been around for 5 years, and throughout the years, the story, game modes, Valkyries and equipment have gotten more complex. This means that undeniably, Honkai's learning curve for new players may be a steep one. I hope this guide will be able to provide you with a better direction on how to progress through the game and hopefully feel less losted on what to focus on. So you have just created a new account and you are playing Honkai for the very first time. So many buttons, so many things around you. At this point, simply follow iChan's instructions and play through the story. Eventually, you'll unlock stigmatas and weapons where you can upgrade them for better damage. At this point, any stigmatas work and the descriptions are pretty straightforward. At the beginning, there are many things and quest logs that want your attention. So let's go through them one by one. Firstly, you'll have a status event button at the bottom, which leads you to a series of tasks that provide good early game rewards. Path to Greatness is a list of tasks that guide you through your account progression, with tasks such as upgrading Valkyrie and gear levels. This quest line has many phases, and each phase gives good rewards such as crystals and Dom supply tickets. Level Up Sprint provides juicy rewards after reaching every 5 levels, which are super lit. Next, we have Growth Boost, which contains a series of tasks that give growth supply tickets. Some of these quests reset every day, while others are accumulation based. Completing these tasks gives you growth supply tickets, which is for the growth supply. The growth supply guarantees you stigmatas, Valkyrie fragments and crystals, so I 100% recommend that you do this task and earn these tickets. Do take note that the growth supply only lasts for 60 days after creating your account, so try to complete all the tasks before it disappears. There's also a growth supply shop that sells basic materials and fragments. The shop resets daily and the items are quite relevant, so my advice is to just buy the whole shop every day, as you'll probably never run out of coins. Moving on, we have your daily prep stages, which you can do 3 times a day to obtain the rewards from the stage. More difficult stages will be unlocked as you level up, which provide better rewards too. Next, we have the starter supply, which gives a 50-50 between Hersher of Thunder and Azure Empire. Hersher of Thunder is a lightning DPS vault, while Azure Empire is an elemental support vault. Both of them are insanely strong, especially in the early game. However, although these vaults are good, they are slowly being phased out, thus getting them may not be as ideal anymore. My advice is to hold on to your crystals and wait for a good spending event or a meta changing vault where you can unleash your crystals one shot. Moving on to gameplay, let's see what we can do. Firstly, I recommend playing the main story whenever you can, and see how the characters and story develop. The first few chapters are more towards slice of life, showing you the daily lives of Kiana, Mei and Bronya. It may be a bit plain, but this builds the foundation of what is to come. No spoilers, but what I can say is to play through the beginning chapters and soon you reach chapter 9, where only then you can count yourself to be one of us. After that, life gets better, maybe not. There will be times when your captain level will not be high enough to play the main story, and that's where you can explore other game modes. Chronicles is a good side story game mode that shows you the past of some characters and some events that happen throughout the main story but just wasn't featured. Next, we have Open World, and the first one to be unlocked is Sakura Samsara, where you'll play through a storyline of Yae Sakura and Kellen Kaslana. Here's where you may spend your stamina on Adventure World tasks every Monday, Thursday and Saturday. But remember to do these tasks in moderation, because it does drain a ton of stamina each time. So yeah, main story, chronicles and open world are the 3 main story based content that you may play through at the start, and it may be a bit confusing here and there, but not to worry, as these stories will come back and make sense in the future as you progress through the stories and get to know more about the vaults. Now let's move on to your daily and weekly stuff, such as material stages, Infinity Abyss and many more. Your daily tasks include the material stages where you can collect materials for Valkyries and gear upgrades, while clocking in your daily task requirements. Next, we have the Infinity Abyss, which runs twice a week. This is a good source of crystal income and also a test on how strong your vaults are. Infinity Abyss starts every Monday and Friday, so remember to do it twice a week. An average account will be able to stay in Agony, while Red Lotus are for the insane players or those who catch a bit, I guess. Moving on, we have the Memorial Arena, which resets every Monday. In the Memorial Arena, you'll have 3 bosses to fight, but each vault and equipment can only be used for one boss, as you'll be locked upon usage. This tests your team composition skills and ability to deal with 3 bosses with 3 different teams. For each boss that you defeat, you'll gain points respectively, and you get more points if you manage to defeat a higher tier version for each boss. It may be difficult to clear all 3 bosses with your limited vaults, but try to do at least 10 attempts to clock in your weekly task quota. Lastly, we have Universal Mirage, where you can farm materials to craft stigmatas under the forge. Universal Mirage is split into 4 sections, where each section represents an element, such as ice, fire, lightning, and physical. Each section has 6 stages with increasing difficulties, but the rewards also scale up as it gets harder. For now, you can probably clear up to stage 2 to 3, which is definitely okay, as long as you're consistent, as the materials you get will benefit you in the future. You'll have a maximum storage of 6 tickets, and every day you replenish 1 to 2 tickets, so try to keep your ticket count below 6, so that you'll have a constant supply of them. Next, you have your dorm activities, where you can interact with your Valks and watch them live their lives. As we all know, being a good Valkyrie entails doing our favourite activity, chores. Dorm errands is where you can send your Valks to go shopping, groceries, and other Valk-like things. Doing chores makes your Valkyries hungry, thus it consumes onigiri instead of the usual stamina. Initially, you may only do a few errands due to the lack of manpower, but it's okay. You'll gather more Valkyries over time, and they can take turns getting the groceries. Next, we have Dorm Expeditions, where you can auto-complete story stages and collect the rewards once they are back. In the beginning, where you are doing a lot of story stages, I would skip this for now, so that your stamina can be used for the story stages. You may start doing this when you are busy with your outside life, but still want to clock in your story stages daily task. Lastly, do remember to collect coins, as it's part of the daily task too. You also have a machine that stores extra stamina in case you're busy and can't play, which you can collect anytime. So that's it for the dorm stuff. Now there's a few more touch-ups left to do. Firstly, do join an Armada. It's like a guild where players can help each other. In an Armada, you can donate materials and receive materials daily, which can aid you in the long run. There's also donation rewards where you can get supply cards for free. Overall, being in an Armada will definitely pay off. We also have the Cadet-Sensei system, where you can link yourself up with more experienced players. Here you'll have a cadet task that benefits both you and your sensei, and rewards are actually pretty good. You can also PM your sensei any of your questions, and hopefully your sensei will reply you. Lastly, as you progress through the story, you'll have insane amounts of crystals. However, the crystal income won't last forever, as you'll catch up with the story eventually. You can spend them however you want, but my sincere advice is to hold on to the crystals until you really know what you're doing, or if you really want your favorite vault. Honkai teaches you on savings and investments, as it takes around 30 to 40k crystals to get a new vault and all her gears, which takes a long time to save as you enter the late game phase. But of course, if you have the itch to gacha, you can spend your crystals here and there, no one's gonna really judge. With that, I've come to the end of the beginner's guide to Honkai Impact 3, and I hope you have learned something new from this video. There are many things that you can explore, but we can leave that for another time. Is there anything more you'd like to know? Do hit that like, subscribe, and comment down below on how your Honkai journey has been. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!